Butterflies ride swerving down here. I promise my money ain't hurting now, chill. I got it wrapped like a turban down here. I got them trap boys serving down here. Got cars, got clothes, got fame. Got bars, got flows, got game.
Greetings and welcome to another edition of Seamless Style, powered by Politics and Polaroids. I'm your host, Mr. Parker. Greetings, gentlemen and ladies. All right, so this episode, we're going to feature the cardigan. Now, initially, I was only going to feature specifically the traditional neck cardigan, right? I wasn't going to do a shawl, anything like that. I wanted to just do a regular schmegular cardigan and run with some different looks. But then as I started putting the ensembles together for this episode, I had a wonderful ensemble in mind that just really flowed with the overall feel of the episode. So what's going to end up happening is once we get to the rigs, our first look will be more rustic chic, English countryside type of vibe, right? Our next look is going to be a little dressier, right? A little bit dressier than the first look. And then our third and final rig is going to be a gumbo of different flavors. All right. We're going to have a few different textures. We're going to do a little bit of pattern mixing. We're going to have several different pops of color, right? We're even going to have a little bit of varsity in there. All right. A little bit of varsity, maybe even more than a little bit. All right. So I love this episode. I love the looks. And most importantly, I feel like you guys will enjoy and appreciate these looks and maybe even, for lack of a better word, learn something. Because as we've spoken before, you can take the cardigan, right? And you can wear it as a sweater or you can wear it as a jacket, right? More often than not, we typically wear it as a sweater, but the top layer, right? More often than not, if we do put a layer over a cardigan, right, which will be some type of outerwear piece, it's going to be limited to the pieces that we would use, right? Duffel coat, polo coat, camel hair car coat type of vibe, something with some length to it. You know what I mean? Typically when you wear it as a jacket, more often than not, you're probably going to wear it open, right? And we do have some looks today where it's worn open, but that is for the purpose of how we layered it, right? It's just really interesting and intriguing, man, when it comes to the cardigan. I could sit here and talk about cardigans all day long. I really could, man, because it's just such an interesting and intriguing piece, man. And I just, it's the cardigan is my favorite sweater. All right. It is my favorite sweater. And I'm pretty sure I have more cardigans than anything else when it comes to the different types of sweaters that a person can own or have in their collection. All right. So I'm excited about this episode. Hope you guys are too. 3 rigs plus the ensemble I'm wearing makes 4 looks. All right. Start at the bottom. I pulled out the Fall Spectator Oxford Polo Blue label. All right. Cognac leather with a snuff suede vamp. All right. Gives us our Spectator vibe. All right. Socks, I pulled out the green cable knit socks. All right. Our trousers, wool flannel herringbone dress slacks. All right. Probably because of the buttons for braces on the inside of the pants, and just knowing Ralph Lauren, probably part of a 2 or 3 piece suit. All right. I'm wearing a Gordon dress tartan OCBD. I have on a Rugby Ralph Lauren necktie, soft pink with the, I guess it would be Oxford kicker, because he's colored. He has details in his shirt, shoes, etc. So Oxford kicker. All right. Soft pink tie, Oxford kicker. All right. And then the cardigan, the piece de resistance of my ensemble, is this Rugby Ralph Lauren piece that has a rugby kicker with a football and goal post here on the left rib. All right. So not quite up high to the chest, not all the way down to the pocket, but right there in the middle. All right. Just a unique placement. 2 varsity stripes in white, aviator navy, suede elbow patches, pretty much the color of the vamp on my Oxfords. All right. Woodborough watch, Ghana bracelet, and Zuri accessories bear bracelet because it is November. All right. So everything just kind of pretty much flows very well together. I'm drinking a cup of Ralph's Finest and a Ralph Lauren Polo Bear kicker. For whatever reason, somebody decided to make him a soccer kicker, when this particular pose, this particular look is just so connected to rugby. Why not just make it a rugby football, y'all? Come on, corporate. That's why y'all need to give me my shit back. But anywho, I digest. Wonderful cup of Ralph's coffee. Just a little bit of French vanilla creamer. We rocking and rolling. Fragrance of the ensemble is also fragrance of the episode. I went with Polo Sport Fresh. Now, why Polo Sport Fresh when I have all these just wonderful, iconic fall fragrances? Why Polo Sport Fresh? Well, I tell you why. Because of the baby powder fresh scent that is in Polo Sport Fresh, and the fact that I'm wearing Polo Crest on a freshly shaved neck and a freshly shaved head. All right. Not just this look, but all of the ensembles you're going to see today, all but one, it would be my intent to have a freshly groomed, freshly shaved look. No headwear. Only one, which will be the first rig that you see, will I more often than not wear the patchwork flat cap, right? The patchwork estate driving cap, right? A houndstooth tam, a herringbone tam, baker's cap. Only the first look will I probably wear a cap. Now this look is about 60-40. As far as 40% being I will wear some type of cap, same cap that I just mentioned, unless I was able to stumble upon I'd be willing to do a navy big kicker, rugby Ralph Lauren cap with the Oxford kicker, right? I would prefer it be a large kicker, but it could be a small one. But it had to be an Oxford. The cap would have to be navy. All right, that's the only way I'd wear a dad cap with this look. Otherwise, gentleman's flat cap, tam, Baker, something to that effect, Applejack, something to that effect, right? But more often than not, I'm probably going to wear this look just like I'm wearing it now. Freshly groomed face, neck, freshly shaved head. All right. So when I apply the Polo Sport Fresh to when I apply the Polo Crest to my neck and to my freshly shaved head, the Polo Crest aftershave lotion, then the Polo Fresh cologne, they complement each other very well. Because again, Polo Fresh, in my humble opinion, IMHO, is a year-round fragrance, but it's ideal for spring and summer because of the lightness of it, because of the baby powder scent or lack thereof scent. It's very intriguing if you think about it from that angle. That is in Polo Sport Fresh. So when you apply this, a light and airy scent, to a heavier masculine scent such as Polo Crest aftershave lotion, then they complement each other very well, right? You get a lot of long-lasting fragrances and you get a lot of compliments. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm talking about? So, that is fragrance of the ensemble and fragrance of the episode. Without any further ado, y'all ready? Me too. Let's go. All right, so as far as the lighting goes, we're going to try something different. All right, we're going to try something different, see if this works. Now, at my last residence, which was a while back, I did try it once. I remember specifically it was during the summer because it was an espadrilles episode. But I did try it once and I didn't really like it. But that just probably had something to do with the placement, location of windows, all of those little intricate details. All right. You would think at this point I've learned a little more about lighting. I haven't. What you want me to tell you? But we're going to try this because just looking at things, how they've been the past couple episodes, it's been a little too much light, right? I think we might have enough for this to really work the way it is right now. All right, so we're going to give it a shot. Y'all can let me know in the comments if you like it better this way or more light. And, you know, we'll make the necessary adjustments depending on what you gentlemen and ladies say. All right. First read. I pulled out one that is currently on the website. By now it may be on clearance. This piece may be on clearance by now. But a simple piece that talks to you. All right. Simple piece that talks to you. The particular logo on this particular cardigan is somewhat of a reboot. All right. There's a rugby, I think it's a shawl pullover that had this piece center mass of the shawl pullover, or had a very similar logo center mass. All right. But it is rowing inspired. All right. So that makes way for really what would be a varsity infused rustic chic look. All right. Now this isn't a chapter and verse episode, but hey, verse is our thing this season. You know what I mean? It's something that we're going to see a lot more of. We've already seen quite a bit of verse in this new season. but we're going to see a lot more. Y'all can believe that. All right. All right. Let's start at the bottom. This particular look, I wanted to go with a casual pair of shoes that is a step below dressy, a step above, or step or two above sneakers. All right. That was mandatory. We could not do anything super casual. You can absolutely go dressier than the shoes I picked out, but I went with these again because everything was coming together as a verse look. All right. So I pulled out a pair of saddle shoes. All right. Suede nubuck with a Gurkha tan saddle. All right. Suede nubuck with a Gurkha tan saddle. All right. So it has that kind of vintage dirty buck type of look. All right. But once you add the saddle to it, that just gives it a slightly more sophisticated, slightly more dressier look than just a pair of old school dirty bucks. All right. Hosiery. I went with the sun yellow and aviator navy striped socks with a green polo player. All right. Now, as we scroll up, we have a pair of slim fit chinos in olive green. All right. Just a nice rustic pair of classic looking chinos. All right. The hue itself is more rustic, and then of course chinos is just that classic look. All right. Our shirt, a club collared dress shirt, Rugby Ralph Lauren, Gordon dress tartan pattern with the white club collar. All right. Very sophisticated, very extremely rustic chic in its look as well. All right. Definitely that old English style that this ensemble screams for. Our necktie is a navy based necktie with a crest, 1967, with crossed oars behind our crest and small yellow stripes on our necktie. All right. So coincides extremely well with our cardigan. Now, before we get to our cardigan, we also have a waistcoat. All right. Now, this is the waistcoat of all waistcoats. All right. Beautiful tweed waistcoat, 4 pockets. All right. 2 chest pockets, 2 waist pockets. They are all 4 are functional, all 4 button. Okay. That's why I don't have my Elgin pocket watch on here, because of the way the pockets are constructed. All right. This waistcoat has notched lapels, and it has that beautiful houndstooth pattern that we discussed a few episodes ago. And then on top of all that is our featured piece. This wonderful cardigan, again, like I stated, is currently on the website, probably on clearance. So if you like it, you might want to go look at it now before it's out of your size. It has embroidered crossed oars in yellow. All right. Perfect for that rowing crew look. And then it has a R on one side of the oar and an L on one side of the oar in a ruby red and collegiate lettering. All right. Really no other details on this cardigan. So as I stated, it's a very simple yet standout type of cardigan. All right. Put together in this manner, you have a very eye-catching look. All right. You have a very eye-catching look here. This is the rig that I stated more often than not I'm probably going to throw on some type of gentleman's cap, all right, to finish off the look. But hey, freshly groomed face and head also works as well. Okay. But overall, this is a outstanding verse look. It falls right in line with how verse has been flowing so far. And this is a great look for anything. All right. Whether it's an outing, errands, whatever the case may be, This look works, and I can't wait to put it on. Now for our second rig, me and this sweater, right? We have a love, slight dislike relationship. All right. It's not hate. No hate. He doesn't hate me. I don't hate him. But there is a small dislike, and it's from my end. Because I'm a hater. Hey, what you want me to tell you? I can be a hater. Right? The small dislike is the length of the cardigan. Right? I just wish it was more so, you know, wish it was more so this right below the belt type of length, or right at the belt type of length that I like my cardigans to fit. It's a little longer. All right, it's a little longer, but it's cool. Here I do have the cardigan buttoned up. The past time or two I wore this cardigan, I wore it open. All right, because of the length. I just felt like it called for that because of the length on me, right? Now it may be different for you. You could be the exact same height as me. You could be the exact weight, but you could have longer legs and a shorter torso than me. I have a long torso, all right? So when I have a sweater, when I have a cardigan that comes down to here, and it's not a belted 3/4 length cardigan, I have a cardigan like this that comes down to here, that's pretty long, right? That's pretty long. So I tend to wear it open, but here I have it buttoned up because I felt like it presented a little better on the rig buttoned up. All right. But other than that, me and this cardigan are like this. All right. One, because I love how the red pops. All right. I love how the red pops. And 1A, I love the logo itself and where it's placed. All right. So that's why me and this sweater, we're good buddies. We're good friends, very good friends. All right. But this look is dressier than the look I have on. It's dressier than rig 1. All right. This look works for outings, but especially a type of grown, mature outing, whether that's dinner, cigar bar, comedy show, right? Work. This works for work, depending on your dress code. Now, if you're full on corporate, maybe only casual Fridays can you pull this off. But happy hour, whew, this look is in there. But let's start at the bottom, man. I pulled out a pair of Icons, all right? My brown leather Crest loafers, all right? These are my favorite pair of dress casual, leather, classic, iconic looking dress shoes. All right. My Crest loafers. All right. It's a penny loafer, brown leather. The brown leather, I typically do not shine up. Now I will condition it, but I don't typically put a deep shine on it because I just like these loafers to look a bit rustic. All right. But the Crest logo below the slot where the penny goes is really what makes these loafers just so dope for me. All right. Hosiery. I went with navy Argyle socks with a red polo player, red and lime green diamonds with the yellow stitching. All right. Scroll up. We have a pair of chalk stripe wool dress slacks. All right. Navy with white chalk stripes. Simple, elegant, classic pair of dress pants. All right. Brown leather centerpiece belt, but it's a heraldic belt. All right. Red red and cream with heraldics and rep stripes on the belt. All right. Cardigan worn open, you'll see more of the belt if the cardigan is worn open. Now scroll up, we have a club collared dress shirt, white, Columbia blue, small navy stripes. We have a rep stripe tie. All right. Got so many rep stripe ties and I don't break them out as much as I should, but this one was screaming to be worn and I think it worked perfectly. All right. Columbia blue, aviator navy rep stripe with a beautifully executed Windsor knot and a dimple. I feel like if you're going to do a beautiful Windsor knot, a perfect Windsor knot, if you're going to put a dimple in your tie, right? If you're not one that, like me, I don't always have to have a dimple in my tie. It's just not that serious for me, but this particular look is screaming for those small details. All right. I went with the Rugby Ralph Lauren tie bar, and then our featured piece, the red cardigan, Ralph Red. All right. It's Rugby Ralph Lauren. We have two separated aviator navy stripes on either side of the placard near the top by the collar, and then our crest. Our crest is an American crest center mass, all right, with the Rugby Ralph Lauren details written around it. It is chenille patched and embroidered mix. Now, no other details on this sweater, but guess what? It's not needed. It is not needed. Again, just like the sweater in Rig 1, simple, outstanding, attention-grabbing piece. All right, your pop, the way this Ralph Red pops. All right, the placement of the logo as well as the logo itself. Those are the only two details you need when it comes to a sweater like this, right? Everything else that we've done here complements the sweater, all right? Merges well with the sweater without being overbearing or overtaking. But all of the pieces have a life of their own, right? Let's just talk about regular citizens for a second. And when I say regular citizens, because we're collectors, we're Ralph Lauren guys. So let's talk about regular citizens. A lot of them don't know anything about club collars. All right. The stripes are just coordinated well with this tie. All right. The tie has a power tie feel to it. All right. The way we have our tie bar, it makes people say, okay. If they are able to see our belt. Interesting. The pants, chalk stripes. So again, we have stripes here, stripes here. A lot of times when you can OD on stripes, not in this particular case. All right. Well, for two reasons. One, chalk stripe is subtle. Two, there's stripes here in the crest. So everything again, there's stripes in the tie and the shirt. So everything again is just, it's merging very well. All right. And then if someone is able to see your socks, oh, he switched, he pivoted. He did some pattern mixing. Colors are coordinated, but it's an Argyle sock. All right. And then a classic pair of dress shoes. Right. And what you end up having is a very strong look, a very masculine look. You're still approachable, right? There's nothing pretentious about the look, right? It just says, no matter where I am, whether I'm clocking in or clocking out, right? Whether I'm at happy hour or at dinner with my significant other, I take pride in how I look, right? And when I step out the house, I'm pressure. Now for our last look, initially, the last rig is my favorite look. However, that second rig, she talking. That second rig talking, man. I don't know. Y'all gonna definitely have to let me know in the comments which look was your favorite look. I still think this one is probably still my favorite look, but that second one, boy, that second one was like, hold my beer, bro, because I ain't playing neither. But this look just has such a unique piece when it comes to the shawl, right? And then this is the look that I was telling you. We did some pattern mixing. We have pops of color, like several different pops of color, where none are overtaking, not one color is overtaking the other one, right? I'm slowly just really becoming a big fan of orange, right? Especially if it's the proper tone, right? The proper tone of orange. And then I really love the footwear that I put with this ensemble, which you're about to see here shortly. But yeah, this is probably still my favorite look, but the second rig, like I said, it's and I love all the looks, obviously, because as I stated before, you wouldn't see something if I ain't like it. If I put something together, whether it be on me or on one of these rigs, I put something together and I don't like it, you ain't gonna see it. And that's just how it is. This is still my favorite look, but that second rig is definitely putting its bid in, right? But this second look just came together because of the main piece, right? The long sleeve cardigan and cable knit, right? Only a civilian is going to say I went cable knit crazy. Y'all, everybody else is going to say, yeah, you got the cable knit in there, it's represented, but it ain't too much. It is not too much. All right, but let's start at the bottom because I want y'all to see these shoes, man. You've seen the shoes before, but I want y'all to see these shoes in this overall look. And it's just, like I said, it's a marriage, man. The way these shoes and the hosiery just coincide with everything else that we have here is what makes this look for me just so fantastic. All right. The Rugby Ralph Lauren tweed slippers. All right. Houndstooth tweed slipper. Right. With the RRL logo in a college green with the crown over top. All right. These olive based houndstooth tweed slippers also have a ruby red window pane pattern over top. All right. Just a beautiful pair of iconic Rugby Ralph Lauren slippers. Our hosiery, navy cable knit socks. Whew. Navy cable knit socks. All right. Yeah, that's doing something. That's talking to them. Scroll up. I pulled out a pair of gunmetal gray dress slacks. All right. They have either, and I guess it just depends on the person and their eye. Is this a tonal tattersall pattern or is it a tonal plaid pattern? I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to go with, just because I feel like for the sake of this ensemble, tattersall is a little more sophisticated. So we're going to say that it is gunmetal gray with a tonal tattersall pattern over top. All right. We went with a simple yet sophisticated brown leather belt by Polo Blue Label. Our shirt is a club collared sports shirt or dress shirt. I'm sorry, club collared dress shirt, pointed white club collar, Columbia blue based shirt with rugby royal stripes as well as green and white stripes. All right. For a whimsical, eye-catching look, instead of a necktie, I went with a bow tie. I went with a wine and aviator navy heraldic rep stripe bow tie. All right. Bow tie tied in the Ralph Lauren way. right? Beautiful fall colors that pop, but not as loud as, well, the perfect loudness to the pop, shall I say, right? So a different color from pretty much everything we have here. Me being at 6'4", it may be difficult for someone to recognize, oh, those are the same colors that are in his slippers. We know that, but just off first glance, you're probably not going to recognize that. But like I said, the pop in the bow tie is the perfect loudness, or the perfect softness. It's not too loud. All right. Over top of that, we have a cardigan sweater vest that is cable knit, college green, beautiful college green hue, almost a forest green, with a beautiful cable knit pattern on this wool sweater vest cardigan. And then on top of that is our piece de resistance, which is this beautiful fall orange shawl collar cardigan. It is Ralph Lauren purple label. The neck of the shawl collar is a tad bit wider than some of your shawl cardigans that you may see or have in your collection. All right. Beautiful cable knit pattern. And then on our right placard where our buttons are, we have a piece of necktie. All right. Rep stripe necktie going down the placard in a wine, aviator navy, and gold. All right. So we ended up with the 4 basic food groups of varsity in our ensemble, as far as the sweater vest, the bow tie, and the placard on the featured cardigan. The bow tie now coincides very well with the sweater, again, because of the placard. All right. So this look with the placard buttoned up makes a whole lot more sense to a civilian. All right. It makes a whole lot more sense to a civilian when they could see that placard. All right. We have our eyewear, which is a pair of Polo Ralph Lauren glasses. We have that in our pocket with the arm out. All right. So, just a subtle flex, just a subtle flex. But this ensemble, again, once put together, when worn out and about, man, it's talking to them. This ensemble really speaks. Purple Label outdid themselves with this sweater. I hope at some point they bring pieces like this back. I have no idea how old this sweater is. I just know that, per usual, I stole it off of eBay, right? And hopefully, like I said, Purple Label brings pieces like this back, because these are pieces that even at Purple Label price points, we'd find a way, right? As collectors, we'd find a way to make sure that things like this are in our collection. Don't you know no good? Don't you know no good? And that's another episode in the books. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that little behind the scenes clip so y'all can understand, man. Sometimes I ain't wrapped too tight. I just be doing shit. And, I edit it out because, we supposed to be sophisticated and buttoned up. Hey, listen, folk. We're gentlemen, all right? But we also have a softer side sometimes. I don't like soft. We also have a comedic side, a silly side, man, you only live once, and I'm gonna enjoy it as best as I can. And sometimes life be life, and so sometimes you just gotta sing Don't You Know No Good in between takes. Don't you know no good? 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 You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta do that, bruh. Any hoot. What do I do after any hooting? I digest. Alright? Let me know which ensemble you like the best. I feel like, as far as season 5 is concerned, this episode would be, if that was our lane, right? If that was our lane, which is kind of not, but if that was our lane, season 5 would be the most debated as far as which ensemble looked the best, right? As I stated, for me, Rig 3 is my favorite look, but Rig 2, standing there, talking about it, going through the deets. The more I did that, the longer I did that, Rig 2 was like, hey, bro, I ain't no sucker. Bro. I ain't no sucker. Like, Rig 2 was like that, right? Rig 2 is like that. Rig 1, it's a verse. It's a varsity infused rustic chic look. How we ain't gonna like that look? All right, how we ain't gonna like that look? The ensemble I'm wearing, it's a verse. How I'm not gonna like this look? And it's got one of the dopest cardigans, a rare cardigan, because I only seen this one. Right? I don't know who owns it, but I only seen this one. Right? And then my boy Reese owns the Letterman jacket that either this cardigan inspired or inspired this cardigan. Right? If I didn't have a supreme amount of love and loyalty for my man Reese, I would drive to New York, keep an eye on his house, and when I see him leave, I would take a butter knife, shimmy through his back window, climb through his window. There could be $275,000 laying on the table. I'm going to bypass that, go into one of his closets, find that Letterman, take it, and climb right back out the window and drive back home. That's how much I want that Letterman. First of all, I've never seen it. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna put it on the screen. I've never seen it before until he posted it. All right. And that's my man, but he just be like, if you Google define flexing, FLEXIN, no G, his picture might be first or second. Cause he don't even like he post a picture and it might say something like just trying to make it in the world. And he got on this fucking rare ass Letterman's jacket from Rugby Ralph Lauren that ain't nobody ever fucking seen. Like, he gets on my fucking nerves. That's my dog though. That Letterman is crazy. First time I saw it, I was like, oh, that's dope. Swiped left where he had a picture of the back of it, and I almost threw my damn phone. And I ain't talking about against the wall. I went to open the window, throw that bitch in the street, cause I was like, yo, that motherfucker nasty. That bitch nasty. And by now y'all seen it on the screen, so I'm pretty sure you concur. That's a nasty motherfucker right there, boy. Whew. I gotta have it. All right. So now that's 2 super rare, super Grail pieces that if somebody said, let me get both of your pinkies and I give you them pieces, I'd probably do it. I'd probably be like, put the bitches out, let you saw them bitches off. Cause I mean, hey, I done had these 52 years. I'll be all right. And what's crazy is he owned both of them. He owned both of them. I made him a sick offer one time because he's like me. He's big on rugby, right? He's been wearing a lot longer than me, but he's big on rugby. And he does not have the yellow rain jacket, right? The yellow rain jacket with the navy blue R and rugby written across the back, the hoodie with the brim on the hoodie. He does not have that. Very patient man is Reese. So, he's not going to jump on it when it's on eBay for $1,400, $1,500. No, he's not doing that. And I don't blame him because I didn't when I got mine. I offered him that, and I want to say I offered him that my rugby rain jacket and $400, I think, maybe, for his big kicker sweater. He was like, boy, as much as I want that rugby, I can't do it. I'm like, come on, Reese, God damn, boy, I just do. When I sent him that text with that offer, I said to myself, self, myself said, I said, he gonna bite. We finna get that rugby kicker. And myself said, hey, he is a medium though. And I said, shit, we gonna have to lose weight or something. And myself was like, for sure. I was ready. And that month, he texted me back and I almost didn't want to read it. And I was like, oh, I don't want to read it. And I went ahead and opened it. And it was like, damn. I was like, come on, Reese, God damn, let me get that motherfucking damn sweater. And then maybe a month later, he posted that picture with the jacket. I was like, you know what? If he wasn't my dude, damn, I want that jacket and that sweater. Don't you know no good. Anywho, the contest. I still ain't got all the details ready for you yet, but what I can tell you is your varsity infused rustic chic submission, right? Your assignment submission is going to be based on a hue. All right. It's going to be based on a hue. I haven't decided what hue, and I haven't decided if I want to do one hue for everybody that wants to submit, or if I want to give you an option of 2 or maybe even 3 hues that you can choose from. Right. But what I can tell you is that however I decide, whether it's one or multiple hues options, there's going to be a percentage, right? There's going to be a percentage. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, I say your assignment is a varsity infused rustic chic look. You can only use Lettermans, satins, cardigans, or shawl pullovers. And you have to incorporate purple into your look. Then you're going to need at least 15% purple, right? Or maybe 20% purple. I haven't decided on the percentage yet either. But I will also give you examples of what I, the professor, consider 15 or 20% or 20, whatever. So it could be maybe your necktie and your socks is considered 15%, right? Maybe your shirt, necktie, and socks is considered 25. I don't know. But I'm just giving you an example so you can start kind of plotting and scheming in your mind. I will make a promise that by the time next week's episode drops, so not today, but next Saturday, by the time that episode drops, at this particular juncture, I will be letting you know the details for the verse assignment. All right. And again, the winning assignment will be chosen by social media, and whoever wins will receive a virtual gift card. I had to go back and look what I said. I can't remember if I said it'll be at least $100 or if it'll be at least $150, but it's recorded, so don't play with me. But it may be more. Again, it just depends on some other things that I have in the works, right? The more those things have panned out, the more I can put towards the gift card, man. Y'all deserve $1,000 gift card, all right? Y'all deserve a $10,000 gift card. But I'm pretty sure I can't do $1,000. I mean, y'all wasn't expecting that. But definitely going to be a nice virtual gift card that you'll be able to use at any Ralph Lauren store location or on ralphlauren.com. All right. Other than that, hope you enjoyed the episode. Have a great week coming up. And definitely get you some, man. Definitely get you some. Right? Definitely get you some. Artists paint pictures. Haters paint narratives. Y'all have a good one.